Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be trying out the new Milk Makeup Kush Triple Brow Pen. It looks like this. So it's got these three little edges on it that are supposed to mimic the effect of microblading. So I'm so excited because I am such a wimp. I don't like any needles whatsoever. I'm scared of them. Terrified, can't do it. So if this can give me the effect of microblading, I would be so excited. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try this out. This is in the shade Cypher. I've really been looking to switch up my brow routine just to try new brands. I have never tried any of Milk Makeup's brow products. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how I like it, because so far with a few of their products, I've just fallen in love. So this I have high hopes for. I'm hoping that this gives me those natural bushy brows where it just kind of looks like you didn't really put too much effort into them. I'm not looking for something that's too like bold or anything like that. So hopefully this will give me that effect. So yeah, I cannot wait any longer to go ahead and try this out. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Closer to my destiny, closer to the connection.
Should I zoom you guys in a little bit? Normally what I like to do is just powder my brows with a little bit of translucent powder because my eyebrows can get a little bit oily. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my RCMA powder to go ahead and do that. I don't feel like it completely absorbs the oil throughout the entire day, but it definitely makes a difference. So if you guys have not tried that step, I recommend trying it. Get back to me, let me know what you think. So now I'm gonna go in with my NYX eyebrow pencil. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the spoolie on the back of it just to brush my brows and comb them into the same direction. I'm brushing upwards, don't quote me, but there was some makeup artist who said that you actually need to be brushing your brows downward, but I just find myself still brushing them upwards when I'm about to fill them in. So let me know what you guys do. Do you brush them upwards? Do you brush them downwards? Do you even brush them at all? All right, so the moment we have been waiting for, you guys, I'm gonna go in with the brow pen right now. I'm honestly a little nervous. I don't know how to start. Typically what I like to do is define underneath my brow and then fill it in. But with this tip, I'm like really scared how that's gonna work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just start with brushing upwards in these spots that I feel like are the most empty. And I'm gonna start over here. Oh my God, I already think I did it too harsh. This stuff comes out super easily. Wow. This is a pretty inked up little pen. I actually am really liking it so far. It's filling in the empty spots in my brows so well, and it literally looks like it is little strokes of hair. I just need to be a little bit more light-handed with it. Let me go ahead towards the front again. I just know for a fact I need to do this a few more times just to like get it down. I'm gonna go ahead and just like comb through it a little bit and see what's going on in here. Not bad. I'm keeping the lightest hand, you guys. I feel like if you go in with a super heavy hand, you are not going to get the desired results. So make sure if you get this, you are keeping a very light hand, because I'm very heavy-handed. I feel like if I keep brushing over, it's gonna start getting a lot darker, and I don't want it to be that dark. I honestly wanted this to be like a really natural brow. I always just end up going all the way and just doing a super snatch brow. So hopefully with this one, I don't end up going all the way there. Is it not coming out with that much ink? Now it is swatching like this. You don't see any sort of lines at all. So that's worrying me. Yeah, it's definitely not giving me those three little strokes anymore. I don't know what happened to the tip of this, but I do like what it's doing for my brows. I do like how it's filling them in. I love how I was actually able to define underneath my brow with it. I wouldn't want to go in too much more on this brow, but I'm not happy with it. I'm not really feeling like I have like some bushy brow. I'm going back and forth whether or not I want to just go over the top of my brow, and something's telling me not to, but I don't know why I want to. All right, let me go ahead and put the cap back on and just, oh my God. I'm really gonna try and give it a shot right now. So the strokes came back as soon as I let the pen sit for a while, which I'm not really a fan of. I like to get my brows over with, and if I have to sit here and wait for my pen to get the ink back in it for me to finish my other brow, that's just not, yeah, no. So I'm gonna fill in the top of this brow. It's like, I like this pen, but I'm just not sure about it. Not bad. I want to see how this one dries also, just to see if this product is going to move around, if it doesn't budge, and all of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this eye. So this is my eyebrow that I don't like. I feel like this one doesn't look as good as this one does. I want to see if I can get those hair-like strokes to really stand up in the front. Did I just get the wrong color? I feel like I kind of got the wrong color. So I'm just starting at the base of my brow down here and then just flicking it up. And that's how it's giving me my defined under brow down here. This is the part I'm most nervous about because I don't want to screw this part up. I'm sorry. I just don't think I got the right shade in this at all. It looks like with a blue undertone. It's looking like it's blue. So sadly, I am not seeing those 3 hair-like strokes. And like I said, this brow is worse than the other one. I have to literally fill in a whole gap down here and connect it. So let's see what happens. I think it said on their description that it's almost like watercolor, and I definitely agree with that. It does feel sheer and thin like watercolor. I feel like it was definitely a good thing that I set my eyebrows, because if I hadn't, it probably would have just been even more of a wash of this, and this would have looked more like a tint, which you can see like up here where some of it escaped my eyebrow and went onto my skin. You can just see where it just looks a little bit more blue and just washed out. You guys, I don't feel like this pen is staying really inky. You're not really getting those 3 distinct lines with every single flick throughout your entire application. You're just not. I'm gonna go ahead and try and define underneath here and get like a sharper line. So I was able to. So even though this thing is shaped really weird, you can still finagle it a little bit to give you a sharper line. Now I said that and I just fucked it up because I'm doing too much. Flipping the pen to the side definitely does define your brow, so you're not just limited to stroking your brows, which I like. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in. All right, so this is how we're looking, you guys. This is without me cleaning them up, without any other product on them. All right, you guys, so I am back with my finished look and with my first impression of the Kush Triple Brow Pen by Milk. And honestly, I am not very happy with how things turned out. It's just a little disappointing because I really thought that these 3 little points on this pen were really going to last throughout the entire process of me applying both brows, and it just seemed to quickly lose that definition in my strokes, and it just kind of seemed like one thicker stroke just filling in my brows, which was good when it came to just filling in bigger patches of my empty brows. I liked that. But for me to fill in the areas where my hair is definitely more thin, like the front of my brow, using this, it didn't give me those tiny little hair-like strokes that I was hoping for. It kind of just filled them in with like this wash of color, and like I was saying before, this definitely is coming off more with like a watercolor tint vibe. It wasn't really coming out super dark out of the pen, and this is in one of the darkest shades. This is in Cypher. I'm getting more of a like bluish, grayish color with this. I don't know if I should have maybe chosen a warmer shade, but this is definitely on the cooler side, and so it's looking a little bit more blue in this lighting. I don't know if it's because it's so bright that I can see it better, but I wasn't expecting it to get that straight edge underneath my brow and on top of my brow, and it did. So that did surprise me, which I did like, because that's really an important step in my brow routine, is to just really be able to define underneath my brow and then just fill it in from there. That's like what I normally like to do. Right now, my brows, they don't feel like I have any product on them. Let's see if any of this product comes off with me touching it like this. Nope, but I wish it wasn't so late at night right now, so I could just try it out throughout the day and just to see how it works with sweating. Because just with the way that this shade was lightening up and turning that grayish color, I wonder if it will do the same thing like throughout the day, like if you're sweating or anything like that. So I definitely do want to go ahead and try this out a few more times. I know that there probably is a learning curve to this thing, and I want to go ahead and just play with it a little more, see if there's a better technique for me to use it, and of course just wear it for a longer period of time. I would say that this pen probably would be best if it was just one pointed tip instead of just these 3 little points. I don't really see that these little points did that much for me whatsoever. Now that this pen has been sitting down for a while I finish my face, let me go ahead and see if I can actually get those 3 little defined strokes again. No. Like I said, I feel like it would just be much better if it was just one pointed tip, almost like the Glossier brow flick. But I do still want to go ahead and play around with this one. I was really hoping that this would be the product that I would use for my natural, no makeup looks. I just don't feel like it's gonna do that for me, especially with the undertone of this shade. It's just not gonna look natural, and I don't think it looks natural right now. They definitely do look okay, but they definitely don't have like that super all natural, I woke up like this type of vibe. So that was a little eh. But overall, I do think that this is a pretty cool formula for a brow pen. It's really lightweight. If you can find the right shade for you, I think it would look really pretty. So I don't think this product is life-changing at all. If this was something that I felt like, oh my God, you guys need to try, I would have definitely said that by now. So I'm definitely not gonna say that you totally need this product, but I feel like if you can get the hang of it and get it to work for you in the way that you want it to with the right shade, it could definitely be a great product to have in your stash of your other brow products. But I would not lean on this just to be my one and only brow product at all. But then again, this is my first impression, so who knows, my opinion can totally change the next few times that I use it. So if you guys want to stay updated, make sure you are following me on Instagram, because if you don't find me here, you will definitely find me over there. And yeah, I think that's everything for today's video. If you guys have any other questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments if I missed anything. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, please make sure you are subscribed. It is a free way to help me out, and I really appreciate it. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell, that way you are notified the next time I make a new video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.